As many as those crazy Trump supporter videos I watch, they often talk about fair elections. The ironic thing is, every time I hear about some sort of fraud or election tampering, it has been somebody from the right wing. Whether it's the fake elector scheme or the Trump calling Georgia Secretary of State and asking him to find 11,780 votes, it's always the right. Well, something happened the other night that escalated the situation to another level. Something that happened that I don't think has been covered enough by the news or talked about enough on the pundit news shows. Two voting ballot drop boxes were set on fire by an arsonist in Oregon and Washington, respectively, on Monday, October 28th, destroying hundreds of votes. Thank you for watching the B-Boy Stance. If you understand how hip-hop and politics connects, like and subscribe. I've been voting since I was about 18, and I always voted in person, and I always will if I can. I ain't dropping my vote in no damn voting drop box on some street corner somewhere, days and weeks in advance, and this is the reason why. I don't even like sending shit in the mail like that anymore. Something important, because I don't want it to get lost or damaged. This is serious shit though. When I heard about this on the news on last Monday, it pissed me off. That's voter suppression. You know what I mean? That's trying to stop votes from being counted. And I bet you I know who the culprit is voting for. They got a picture of the car fleeing the scene of both crimes, but before they arrest anybody, I want to go on record and predict that it's a Trump supporter responsible. The voting ballot drop boxes that got set on fire are in blue counties in blue states. That's clue number one right there that a Trump supporter did it. Like I started off saying, they're always talking about voter fraud and then accuse others of it. They're all about vote suppression and then stop counting the votes when the other guy's ahead. They do stuff like decrease the number of polling places and voter ballot drop boxes to make it harder for people to vote. They do things like that because their positions, their policies, usually are not that popular with the average American. They want as less people to vote as possible, and at the same time, they energize all their people to vote. At the same time, we got these drop boxes out for people to vote early and whenever. Remember in 2020, when these jackasses in Arizona, again with Arizona, they were staking out voter ballot drop boxes, sitting in lawn chairs with AK-47s, scaring the shit out of anybody trying to come up and drop their vote. They said they were patrolling and making sure a truck didn't pull up in the middle of the night and dump a bunch of votes in the box for Biden. Right wing. Anybody that knows me knows I'm down for a good conspiracy theory. But it has to have some tangible proof and be grounded in reality. For them to say some shit like that means they don't really know or understand how voting works in this country. And I don't feel like explaining it right now, but you can't just walk up to a ballot drop box and drop a vote in and think it will be counted if you aren't registered. It literally takes a lot to submit a fake vote, and ain't nobody going through all that. The risk outweighs the reward, especially to an illegal immigrant. It ain't worth it. Nah, but that's the right wing. They will do some shit like burn a voter ballot drop box in a blue county and state. They wild and like patriotically physically aggressive. Physically aggressive when they don't have to be or they shouldn't be. Like right wing find out where you live and threaten your kids, shit like that. Yeah, left wing, they protest, they do jackass shit like loot a liquor store, burn down a CVS. They might even harass you at dinner, but no death threats. That's right-wing action. They even threaten their own if they feel like they betrayed the dear leader, Trump, or even criticize him. This jackass that threatened Fani Willis got 3 years in jail for that. He said he regrets making the threats and he was drunk at the time. But yeah, that's the party that's always talking about personal responsibility. It's going to blame it on alcohol. Bottom line, the right wing is always taking it up a notch with the violent talk, which we know leads to physical violence. Then they have the audacity to say stuff like, We all need to bring the temperature down some when it's their dear leader himself who foments, encourages, insinuates violence every time he has a rally. And now they're taking it out on the voter ballot drop boxes.